Is this the first instrument that we've had on the show? So, if you guys are hearing this, we have the piano hooked up to the interface, so hopefully this is all picking up right. Sounds beautiful. What's up, Zach?
I'm feeling good, man.
How you doing, man? Yo, before we really get into it, so like you are the founder of the Fortresses band, right?
Yeah, I created Fortresses. The band is actually just like the live performance sector of Fortresses.
Oh, so what is it originally then, outside of the band?
Fortresses Progressive Community Artist Development.
What does that mean?
It's a production company where my major focus is being able to provide working experience for creatives and culture workers.
So is it usually like you'll have people that just started making music, or this is maybe their first band they're ever in, and you can kind of see them develop as they're being in the band?
A lot of people, it has been this their first like live music experience, but then you have people who are very experienced and they come at you to lend their talents when we create larger projects, because you have the whole sector of it where it's like you working with the young people and working in the community. But then you also have it where we're being asked by different organizations or community groups to provide entertainment, or if I'm being brought on to, like right now, direct animation for film projects, or direct films, music direction for shows and stuff like that. You know, the people who are consistently coming and the people who are consistently becoming present are like that main ensemble, that Fortresses live group that you see often that changes like every season, are the people who are kind of like more internal consistently, because we meet every Tuesday. And we met at least once a week for like since 2013. So
so Fortresses started in 2013?
Yeah, 2013, 2014.
That's 13 years now? Holy fuck.
Like
well, from what I know about you guys is I see you playing all over the 757 at I've seen you guys playing in all different types of environments, like different vibes. It seems like you guys are one of those bands that can pretty much accompany like whatever, like you can fit to any style.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard original music from you guys. Maybe I'm just late.
Huh.
I just hear you. Well, I mean, maybe I should say that like recorded music. Do you guys put music out, or is it just all live?
Well, I know that most people that are in Fortresses land are consistent or identify as Fortresses. They have their own music and they put out music, and we collaborate a lot of stuff. I just put out my 36th recorded project yesterday.
36th?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm late as fuck. I need to go. See, I've really experienced you guys live. I haven't really went back and seen the recorded stuff. I know you do, like you were just telling me before the pod, you do a lot of like stuff with film. You went to school for theater and math. We'll get into all this. We'll get into this other stuff that you do, but I guess just to stay on the artist development point for a second, what are some strategies or ways that you've learned over time to help people develop in like the context of being an artist?
I think the most important thing is having real life experience. The best thing that I've been able to offer, and I think that I do offer, is opportunity for real life experience. Not just performing at like your open mics and things like that, but having an opportunity to perform for communities, having an opportunity to perform at large concerts and festivals and things like that. Most all of the music we do is original. And a lot of the songs that the artists perform with me, we often made them in-house. And so it's like the creative process dominates a lot of our experiences together, where we're spending a lot of our time making new music and finding ways to collaborate our sounds and work together to create something that's more definitive of community than an individual person. Because as a composer, while I'm able to make much of my own music if I like, I'm able to participate in the musical conversation of my community, which makes me feel more authentic musically because I'm representing the sounds of the people that I'm continuously around. So it's that real life experience that comes with being involved with Fortresses consistently. Even if you're not a performer and you're some of the people who are business owners and entrepreneurs or have your own venues and things like that, they have an opportunity to know they know someone that will bring an entertainment to their venue and are in community collaboration and working with them, understanding of how finances are a challenge and working together to raise the marketing ability on a boots on the ground type level. I think it's really just about the personal connection and being able to have a group of peers that you can create with, and there will always be performance opportunity.
Well, Well, what I always say is I feel like the people in this area aren't that accustomed to experiencing live entertainment.
Huh.
Like if you're thinking about like Austin, Texas, there I heard there's like a lot of live comedy, live music. And people go out expecting that, they go out craving that, they want to see some live shit. And out here I feel like it's more you're just going out to the bar to get a drink, or like you're just hearing some music playing in the bar, especially in Newport News, like this side of the water. You can tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I don't think people have that. Maybe they want to experience it, but we don't have that much of that. Like the closest you'll get to that is maybe like a cover singer or like a cover band at a bar like once a week that might come up. But outside of that, I don't think live entertainment is that big of a part of our culture.
Oh, hey, is that you? You're probably watching the podcast right now. Before we get back to the episode, I just want to tell you about our new sponsor. We're here at Custom Empire at 3420 West Mercury Boulevard in Hampton, Virginia. And I just want to show you around the shop real quick. Walk in, they got 4Gs, this is a little bit out of my price range, I'll be honest, but it's available. Are those BBs? Are these actually BBs? Custom Empire is a locally owned and operated business here in Hampton. If you guys didn't know, our co-producer for the show, Karen, actually works here as well. What up, Karen? Custom Empire also offers financing. Only $50 down. No credit needed. You jack real good, bro. You're really good at jacking, man. Wheels, tires, lifts, lowering. Stop by Custom Empire, they'll get you right. Tell them Off-World sent you.
Am I wrong about that?
I think it speaks to just the diversity of where we are. It's really
But
diverse.
I'm also saying it's part of our creative community, but I'm talking about just like the general public out here.
I don't know. Music's been a part of my life my whole life. Like every moment of my life, from being born, going to the church, singing in the choir, band in middle school, band in high school. I marched for Heritage High School. Word to Irma Price, rest in peace. And when I went to Hampton University, I played in the jazz band. I did musical theater. I joined Phi Alpha, the chapter at the school, Pi Beta. And then when I graduated, I was doing musical type programming with arts integration. Music was just a natural part of life. You know, everyone around me could do music, to the point where I personally believe that everyone has musical talent and everyone has the ability to be a musician. So I feel like it's more of a personal thing about people not seeking music because it's a part of culture, it's a part of, it's part of life. So the people who I know that are like that, when those people own a venue, they need to have music there. It's like it's non-negotiable.
It's a given.
Yeah. So maybe there are people that are outside of that philosophy. And
I'm talking about just like the average person out here that has a 9-to-5. They're not a part of the creative community. They're just like a regular person. And they might be working all week. And for when they want to go out to just have a good time, they might just go hit the bar.
Yeah, but there's still music. There's music going on.
It's music going on, but is it live though? That's my point.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there really is like hella music out here. And I think it's like really diverse too, of all different genres. It's just and with technology, it shouldn't be hard to look for it. It's just that even that individual themselves wanting me like music, how can I put it? Because I understand what you're saying now. I'm saying that we're in a time now that if you want a music and you look for it, you'd find it.
It's there if you look for it.
If you're expecting to just see music, yeah, there are places that have that more. And there are places in this area that have that more. But you'd had to want it, And so, yeah. But it's there when you look
I think it's definitely more there on the Virginia Beach, Norfolk side. Like you're saying, these venue owners, they want to have live acts there. Or if we're talking about like what Q5 does at what is their open mic, not the open mic, but the Cypher call they do?
Yeah, Cypher Tuesdays.
The Cypher Tuesdays, where it's like him and Teezy, and they'll have a band, and they'll just do like, they'll just have a live band, and they're doing like these kind of impromptu performances and getting like interaction from the crowd, and it brings like over 100 people to the venue. Like
we used to do that in Newport News, that same show, Cypher Tuesday.
Where'd y'all do it in Newport News?
The train station.
Okay, I'm not hip. I wasn't into that pre-COVID. Okay,
Yeah.
But it's like, so on that side of the water, they have more of that. But I guess I'm speaking more for like Newport News, Hampton. All I really see is like cover bands at a bar or karaoke. And the cover bands are cool. Like I like some of them, but it's not often, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just not going to the right places out here. I don't know. Maybe I'm just totally wrong about this.
I mean, it's okay. I feel like it's your perspective and it's valid, because I know, like, perfect example. if you ever were to be in the musical dimensions out here, we would have ran into each other faster.
Yeah.
But the places where you were, where I was at, I was bringing music.
That's true.
Oh, I was the band for that event.
I found out about you at a live music experience. Yeah.
See what I mean? Like me personally living the life of a musical person that I think that everyone's just musical. When I show up places, we better be musical. Even if that means I got to play the keyboard and make sure everyone gets their song and da-da-da-da-da, because it's so important. Like, it's so important that everyone has music that if I'm in a room, there better be some music. Because you shouldn't be able to say that. You should be like, oh, music's everywhere, man. You missed it. You should have looked. Like,
it's a big part of the culture. It seems like, I don't know, for a lot of adults, I think you kind of get older, and I don't want to say music's not as big a part of your life, but it kind of, I think you might listen to it on the radio, in the car. But I think, well, even now for me personally, I feel like when I was a kid, music hit different. Especially like rap, because you're listening, you're a kid, you're listening to these rappers, and most of the time they're older than you. And you're learning about life through these guys.
That's real life. That's
why I feel like, I was thinking about this recently. Like I think that's why when you're a kid, you idolize people more, because you're legitimately learning life lessons and things about life from these older people. So it just seems like this adult thing, and it's like you haven't really experienced a lot of these things they're talking about yet. So it's just like you're kind of looking up to them. But then you get older and you realize that they were just like adults, and now you're an adult and you're like experiencing those things for yourself. And you're not really looking to how another person is, like, it's not as important how somebody else feels about it. Now you're thinking about your own life and your own experience. So music feels like, it loses a little potency as you get older for that reason. But okay, so you said that music was a part of your whole life.
Right.
You've been in church, college, all that, school. And you said you started Fortresses in 2013. So maybe just take we'll get back to Fortresses, but I want to go into a bit of your theater experience.
Okay.
Maybe just tell us about going to school for math and theater, and then some of these film projects that you've been a part of.
Okay.
Because I know you've been in some film festivals. I was telling you, I was watching you guys' short film that Fortresses did, Half Light.
Yeah.
I watched like the first half of it straight through, and then I skimmed through the second half. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that thing.
And that's all right.
Yeah, what's happening there?
Okay, so with that was a 48-hour film festival from last year.
Did you guys win that thing?
We won some categories, but we didn't win main.
Okay.
And that's okay, because it was fun and it was good. It got a lot of good criticism and stuff like that. They said there was some kerfufflery with the judgment process or whatever, but to be honest with you, it was just good to bring everyone together for us to really build morale and to make a statement, expressing ourselves as creatives and using our other gifts. So with the 48-hour film project, as they call it, we had 48 hours to make the movie. We got the genre, the prop we had to use, the name of the character, and all those different things we got at the beginning of those 48 hours.
Somebody else picked all those for you?
Yeah, the directors of the event.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what made it a competition. That's what makes it the project or whatever. And so then we had to use those elements and create a movie that uses the prop, uses the line we have to say, uses the character used, and does all that kind of stuff. And so we had to use a dustpan.
I don't even think I saw a dustpan in that thing.
Yeah,
maybe I missed it.
Yeah, it was at the end, but you skipped past that. So yeah, it's at the end. We had to have a lady named Ray Fitzpatrick or something like that, and all these different things. Then we had to have these things, and we did that. And so, like, good. If you didn't hit those marks, you didn't qualify. So it was obscure because, I mean, we kind of just did what we did. We did whatever, but we fit the thing. And for me, I think it was like, if I'm not mistaken, it was like a 24-person, 24-person group, ensemble, group, team, which is pretty big. So the fact that we can pull that off and the quality be like that, was amazing. It was a good experience. And I think it's more about the experience of creating the art just as much as, for people's viewership and stuff like that. Everyone being able to give their all, Fu Nguyen and George Wesley on cinematography and editing and coloring. They really put in work to make it look really high quality. Being able to bring people together that were always performing and working together, being able to do a project together and contribute our wardrobes and our ideas and concepts to really make something that was like, quality, was good. I think it was a good experience. A year before that, we made a film called Chip Chop Chow. So that was the year before last.
Yeah.
And then before that, we did one called G-Men.
Just kind of try to stay on this more. You good?
Oh, yeah, my bad. I apologize. I'm slipping. And then we had made one before that called G-Men. And then...
G-Men?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Half-Light one, it seemed to me what I picked up on was like these kind of like Mad Max style dress characters.
Yeah.
And they were going to see this Oracle.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Khalif looked pretty crazy in it. Like he was like a zombie or some shit. I don't know what he was. I think Khalif is really talented. He's one of my favorite artists out here. I know he's part of Fortresses too. Well, actually, isn't there like 50 people part of the band? How many people are in Fortresses?
Well, you now.
I'm in it?
Yeah.
I will be I'll be a member of Fortresses for sure. I'm the only podcaster in the band. I'll probably put Alana in that shit, didn't y'all? Because he was on Alana's show not too long ago.
I don't know. Once Alana come with her guitar, man, it's a wrap.
No, she actually,
I know.
She played the guitar.
I know.
She gave up on the music.
I don't think she gave up on the music. I think she's got busy.
She put it down a little bit.
You can never put
I met
down.
Alana while she was a part of a band.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about her.
Well, yeah, man, no.
So that was Half-Light. Maybe
Half-Light
that's your like most recent, I think, project.
Yeah, that's out.
So take us back just to those times when you were going to school for theater. Is this pre-starting Fortresses?
Yeah.
Like, what was your life like at that point? Like, what did you think you were going to be doing with your life 10 years from then?
So in like 2006, I was a freshman at Hampton University, and I was a math major, right? And that's cool. Times were different then. Cell phones were kind of popping off, and Wi-Fi wasn't a thing yet on campus, so you had to have like a regular computer and stuff like that. I had stopped watching television because I couldn't match the schedules. So I just started living life. And I was a math major, but I did the plays, auditioned for the plays. My god sister, Morgan McCoy, who's a great filmmaker herself and actress, she was like, you got to do the theater department out here, do a play. So I auditioned for a play, and I was also in a jazz band. And then I got the part. So I did Lysistrata. When I did a jazz band, ended up getting a role in Grease later on in the school year. And I had to decide what I was going to do, and I wanted to do the play.
Oh, you did Grease. Y'all did a play of Grease?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And so I was Kaniki. Yeah, so that was fun. But I continued to do theater, consistently throughout college and stuff like that. And I got to a point in math where I was just like, yeah, man, do something. I don't know what's going on anymore. Reality was unraveling, in your early 19, 20, years. So then I went and started taking a theater class because I was doing the plays. So I wanted to get more insight about what I was doing and get a better understanding. My freshman year, I had also auditioned for Busch Gardens. I got the role in the Griffin commercial for the roller coaster when it came out. So that was really cool. I had to write it 25 times.
For the commercial?
Yeah.
Is that online?
Yeah.
I want to see this.
Oh, yeah, you could pull that up.
You were in the first ever Griffin commercial for Busch Gardens?
Yeah, man.
Did that thing go nationwide, or was it just for our Busch Gardens here?
It was the Busch Gardens. There it is right there, 2007.
Let's see this.
This was, I was a freshman.
So you were like 20 in this?
No, I'm like maybe 18. I'm in the front row. I'm wearing a lavender.
This looks badass so far.
I'm right there. See me on the left?
Wait, that's the only part?
No, that's me. I'm in the commercial.
Let me see. Bro, like, I'm right there. He's like, man. You know what that's reminded me of? Pause it real quick, Kieran. I was just watching Monsters, Inc. last night again for some randomly, and like, you know how when he's in the commercial and then he's like on the magazine, but they have his face cut off, but he's still like really excited. He's like, oh my God, I'm in this shit. But he's like barely in it. That's what you just reminded me of.
Oh, no, I'm in that
Run
shit
it back.
for sure.
Let's see, bro.
You can even slow down the play speeds. You see me right there on the left with the lavender polo?
Right
Boom.
there?
Yeah, that's me.
They made you guys ride it 25 times back to back?
Yes.
Like no breaks in between? Just get back on?
I think there was like one big break where we ate. Yeah, man. There's a close-up coming.
Yeah, let's see this.
We're going to hit the bend. This is crazy.
Did they pay you guys for this?
Hell yeah, man. That's how I was like, I gotta do this. I'm right there, just sitting there, right in the middle, right? See me?
How much did you get paid?
I don't remember, but it was decent. Oh man,
was it worth the CTE?
Hell yeah,
you probably got after that.
Everything was worth it. I'm right there in the middle of the screen, man. In 2026, I could point back and tell you that.
That is
in 2007.
So funny.
What is it like? 19? No, 9.
I mean, is that healthy to really ride that shit 25 times back to back?
I mean, if you're a roller coaster enthusiast, you rode roller coasters 25 times all the time.
Okay, funny we're talking about roller coasters. I love roller coasters coming up. I just turned 30 recently, and it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, I haven't ridden roller coasters for real since that.
Bro, I went to Busch Gardens with my girl, like maybe I think it was for Hollow Scream actually last year. And we didn't go on the Griffin. I forgot which one we went on. We went on a couple. And I don't remember feeling like this when I was a kid, bro. Like I literally felt like I got a concussion. Like getting off the roller coaster, I felt like my head was just shaking so much on it that like I felt nauseous when I got off. So I was like, I don't know if I fuck with roller coasters anymore.
Yeah, that's how I felt after that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You griffined out. You probably never rode it again in your life, did you?
I think I might have. Maybe. Hey, it's Fuzzband. Hey, I might have, but I don't know.
That's a really cool just fact. It'd be funny if they had like a group chat of all the kids that were in this commercial. They still talk to this day.
Yeah, a lot of us still know each other. We kind of like are in the industry, so it like spread out and do stuff. But it's like from time to time through the years when we would get cast in big stuff, we would see each other.
So you did this audition in college around the time you were doing this Grease play.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So you do the play.
Yeah.
That's your first play.
No, the Grease was like my third. I did Lysistrata, 7 guitars, and then Grease. And that was my freshman year, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you quit doing the math, or did you end up doing like you continue doing both?
I pushed through all the way until because I ended up being in school for like seven or so years. Yeah, like doing both, and I got to the point where I was able to at least get a minor in the math to get like as much as I could to get it complete. And I finished with theater and did my thesis. And I just kind of been working in the field since then.
What was your thesis for theater?
I think I was talking about this play this Booker play called Bus Stop. And it was talking about, what was I writing about? I wrote about the author. I think he like committed suicide after writing and stuff like that. I think it was about like, the effect of how, art and its connection with the audience being part of it and things like that. A bunch of other stuff. But I also did a lot of performances in the area and at the school to also like be a part of it because I did a lot of performing. And it was like, but that was long ago now. Now that you think about it, I'm 37.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's like 17 years ago, 18 years ago.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, as time goes on, bro, I've realized that like we all have multiple lives.
Yeah.
Because like 10 years goes by and you're kind of a different person.
Yeah. At least all my cells have changed like a lot.
I've heard that too. Well, I've been saying that for so long, but I think it's actually like not real, like fully, where it's like, maybe look that up because I was looking this up recently. Like people say like your cells, you have new cells every like year or something like that. So you're technically a whole new person. I was reading that it's like not that deep. It's not like every single one of your cells. Some shit like that. But like, yeah, I feel like as time goes on, and especially as I throw myself into different ventures, I kind of become that. And then what I did in the past, it feels like a past life. It doesn't even feel like my life before. It feels like a whole different life.
That's all right.
You know what I mean?
But the part of you that can look back on...
What is happening here? The piano farting and shit? Go ahead and unplug that.
That's deep. I fixed it. I think that the part of us that can look at the photos, that's the us. The part of us that looks at the photos of us through those years and we made art, like you're an artist and you made a bunch of music through those times and you're like, listen to your songs. That part of you that listens to those songs is you.
The current changing. One.
Yeah, that's the main you, like, because you're always shedding, you're always like going through whatever, but your life is yours to experience. And we're like a wave function more than we're like a line. Like our existence is like waves or ripples.
That's a math term.
Yeah.
Bro, bringing out the math terms.
I'm sorry, man.
Now you good. I've
math
heard
is
I've heard
everything, bro.
I'm hip to wave functions.
Yeah,
a
but
little
like
bit.
that's what life is like. Our identity is like a wave function. Like it changes, you know, it like changes and it fluctuates. And
I think Pharrell said at the Grammys recently, or it might have been on some random interview, he said something that made me think. He said, today is yesterday and tomorrow at the same time.
yeah.
I was like, that's kind of deep.
Yeah, that's intense.
That's intense.
Yeah. That is wow. I mean, I agree.
Oh, here we go. Do you have new cells every 7 years? While it is a popular myth that the human body replaces every single one of its cells every 7 years, this is not true. In reality, while many cells regenerate frequently, some last for your entire lifetime, and others take much longer than 7 years to renew. The 7-year figure likely stems from a 2005 scientific paper which suggested that the average age of cells in the human body is roughly 7 to 10 years. However, this average is skewed by the vast differences in how quickly various tissues regenerate. Okay. Something like that.
Yeah.
It sounds cooler to say we're a whole new being.
But I mean, it still says the same thing.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Some
But
of
I
them
mean-
last forever.
I feel like they're talking about like I think they're trying to like stress like the ship of Theseus thing where the ship is the ship even if it's all different parts because you're still using it and it's named that.
I've heard that before. Like, if you change every panel of the ship and eventually you change every single thing, is that the same ship?
Yeah, I say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I say yes. I mean no too, but yes also. Like, and there's a big for the yes. I think it's quantum levels type. It's being used for the same thing. That's what it is. Like I said, the thing that looks at the picture is like that essence of the thing is the thing. And us existing with it and using it that way and coexisting with it gives it form. Like we're creating all of this. We're inventing this and we can choose to agree on the reality of a thing for the sake of its existence. But we don't have to too. But it's the memory of a thing also that empowers it. And so we can say whatever we want, but our memories exist without us telling ourselves anything. That people have to hypnotize themselves, to over-therapize themselves, to forget things that have happened because their memory holds on to it and gives meaning to their metaphors and meaning to everything they say and like a foundation of their entire thought process. And that's just at the core. And that's the thing that transcends our journeys, because I think like we were kicked off into existence and we go through this life and the world changes and we change and all these things happen. God shows up and does what he needs to do. But we're just us and we're reacting to that first kick out into the world. The things that happen to us, our impressions, or what some may say traumas, are shaping us internally to be compelled to move this direction, or the forces that move us in other directions and things like that. But the more intelligent we become and the more peace we're able to have, the more we're able to decide to make things a certain way and participate in the change of that and be met with the people who are also on that journey, which help us learn more about ourselves because we are all the people that we are around, that we can seek a fuller, more cultural life and then be blessed with that through the experiences that we have that give us that. And so I was looking for the truth. Like you were saying, I went to college. I wanted to be a philosopher. I wanted to know what was going on in the world. But then the world hit me. And I realized I needed to give more to life. I need to give more to life. So it was more like, how can I show up in the world better? You can do music. You can do art. You can speak about things. You can help other people. You know, I knew I had 24 hours in every day, and I can give all 24 hours to doing the things that I wanted to do. But with that kind of freedom, you are accountable for that. You need to be able to help and be able to lend your energy and strength to people who don't have that freedom, because they may not, because you said they may live that 9-to-5 life. They might not have had the time to invent a life where they can be free. And
That's most people. Most people are stuck in that 9-to-5 cycle at a job they don't love. They're kind of miserable, and they're just trying to pay the bills, and they don't really have that luxury of even, let alone doing the thing. I think a lot of people are stuck in, they don't even know what their thing is because they never really had that time to explore. Me, I've went through so many different things till I've landed on, I'm a podcaster now. I was a magician. I was a skateboarder. I played football. I played soccer. I rapped. And it seems like in each of those periods of my life, it felt like, in that moment, it felt like, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing for a long time. But somehow my passions evolve to the next thing. But I think each of those things allowed me to, like, it showed me how to explore my passion in something and how to go deeper into it, whether it's skateboarding or rapping, whatever it is. That thing helped me understand my next thing on a deeper level. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of all the same. Like, I feel like I get the same passion and the same, like, creative expression filming a video as I did making a song. You know what I mean? So I think we go through all these different things in life that ultimately, like you said, helps us understand ourselves on a deeper level, and then our passions and, like, how everything we do in life is guiding us on this path or wherever the hell we're trying to go. I love that. So you finish college.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
you finish college, you get your degrees. What did you do from there? How did you stay in doing some type of, like, film work, or what was it from there?
After I graduated, I got involved in arts integration, where I worked with young audiences, and that was where I was, like, doing creative programming for schools and community organizations. Like, you know, when you have school assemblies and someone will do, like, a one-man show, historical presentation. Yeah, I did Tuskegee Airmen was my first one and stuff like that. And I did a lot of initiatives, like at the zoo and things like that. And I was involved in that.
Who did you work for to do that? Like what company were you just doing it for yourself?
It was called Young Audiences of Virginia.
Okay.
At the time. Now it's something else, Arts for Learning or something like that.
It still exists in some form.
In some form, yeah, for sure. Like, and there's a few of us culture workers that, like, do that. But other than that, I was also doing my own thing, you know, serving my community, auditioning for stuff, doing the normal thing or whatever. I think what had happened was there were things that I wanted to do, and I wanted the reinforcement and support or platforming of that organization. That didn't come in the manners of which I would have liked, I think, to put it the best way, because it has been a long time. But I had opportunities, like I started Fortress. This was like after graduate, so 2013, like I graduated. I went to the Moten Theater downtown Newport News, and I started meeting with Lawrence Sawyer and a lot of my peers. It was like, yo, let's make music. That's because we want to. I've used this space as a place, in words of Linwood DeBrew and them, and I was able to have space multiple times a week where creatives and people from the community could just come, and we can cultivate our creative ideas and create them and stuff like that and build. So it was like just kind of doing that every day, kind of just being at the Moten and building. But one of the things that's creativity is music.
In the early days, did Fortress really start as a way for you guys just to, like, just really get this stuff out and express yourself and make shit? Or, like, were you even thinking about the business side in those days? Like, I want to make money with this. I want to create a business out of this.
Well, I knew that money would come if it was good, if it was business for it. But I think it was more important about, like, being in the community, being, like, a culture worker, participating in these museums and community centers and stuff, doing theater programming and stuff like that. I wanted to be able to cultivate the talent that was actively alive. I wanted to be able to provide music for that corner downtown where the kids was like, there was no money being offered for me to do this, but it was an opportunity for me to be, you know, this is what I was doing instead of a job. I was at the Moten every day, cultivating
the Moten?
The Moten Theater, yeah.
Is that place still open?
Kinda.
Look up a picture of that. I'm trying to see if it's the one I'm thinking of.
Moton, yeah, on 21st and Jefferson.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I was there almost every day, working with the community, the elders, the youth, cultivate the arts and stuff like that. I also was working a lot with the city and stuff like that, just helping Newport News and Hampton and things like that, just on the normal. But this is where I kind of was able to headquarters my activity. There it is.
That white building right there?
Yeah, boom. We used to be right outside on that side of the building. We would play right out there.
I think that's the place where we shot that scene for String.
Hey.
Okay. Do you know the guy? Remember that guy downtown that he would always stand on the side of the road with a suit on and pray?
Yeah.
You seen him?
Yeah.
Bro, I wanted to interview him so bad, like maybe like 2 years ago, but he died recently.
Damn.
Bro, you know what's crazy? My boy Jake pulled up on Google Earth like that area. Because we were talking about that guy, and he was like on Google Earth for some reason that day, and he scrolled to that area, and he was on Google Earth. Like, he was just there every day. He would just, you know about this guy? He would stand on the side of Jefferson, the main road, and he'll have like a suit on, and he'll just stand there and pray. He'd just be there like all day.
Yeah, it's the.
What's his name?
I don't know. The praying dude. That's
praying dude, legend in the city.
Yeah, man. Shoot, we're the praying dude. I wonder if we can Wayback Machine that.
That'd be fun.
You know, Internet Archive. We could probably Wayback Machine.
One day I was thinking about that, and then I was like, I want to interview that guy, but then I forgot how I found out, but he died somehow. You found him? He's probably on, well, I don't know, but Google Earth might have updated by now.
That's interesting.
So it seemed like being a part of a community and giving back to the community and expressing yourself and building a group of like-minded individuals was always kind of the thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't about money.
Yeah, no. I think the money was a blessing. I think, how can I put it? We were there cultivating, making songs. We had enough songs. We performed them once a week or whatever to whoever would come. And it wasn't anything. I think we sent an offering plate around, like make $50 something. But then opportunities started coming that brought the profit. And so the goal was just kind of to use the funds to keep it alive, because we were just doing our thing. We weren't like trying to do covers. Like you said, we weren't trying to do covers and really like compete or participate. It was just being a musician and being amongst our peers creating, because being able to create something new is a blessing, you know, and creating culture and community. I think the fact that it was valued over the years is just something that's beyond me, you know. Money's important, though. You know, it did cost. It costs. You know, it does cost. But, I mean, sacrifice, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I was up here talking with Marv P recently about just like all the things that you have to sacrifice to be a creative. And if you really love it, you will. You know, a lot of people get into this thing. They see somebody else going viral or doing it well, and usually somebody that's great, they make it look easy. So in your mind, you're like, okay, I could do that too, which takes years of practice. But a lot of people want to get that money right away, and they don't get it as soon as they think they will, and they kind of just quit. But the ones that love it, stick it through. And I always look at, like, even, like, obviously I want to make money doing what I'm doing too. I'm passionate about it and I love it, but I'm not naive to the fact that it eventually has to become a profitable business if you want to do it for a long time. But I look at the phase I'm at right now, and a lot of people in the city, like, we're in training. Like, you know, the longer it takes before you, quote unquote, blow up or start making a living doing this thing, you just like sharpening your sword. You're just getting better and better, you know? So as somebody who's been around in the local creative scene for a while, what is your outlook on the scene? Like, how has it evolved since then? Are we in a better place now? Like, how do you look at the scene right now?
I think back when I first started, it was like a movement, and we were all looking for each other to be able to cultivate our ideas for the community. But I don't think anyone really knew about a large community scene type thing.
It felt more just like small pockets. Mm-hmm. You and your crew, this person and their crew. You guys didn't see it from a whole 757 perspective.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure the whole 757 existed in concept, and people would move around to different places. But the way we all as artists and community and, like, you know, all the multiple disciplines of art that exist, us being able to know there are events, and then the city government's participating in it and creating these arts districts to respond to our desire for that. This whole, you know, full circle situation is now existing, and now there's a scene, and so it exists now. So I think now there's a scene, and I think it's just a blessing to be able to exist in a manner where I have anything to do with it, you know, because to some people, like you said earlier in the conversation, some people don't know anything about it. They don't know it exists.
Most people.
Right, exactly.
I think it's, I've been saying 500-600, but I don't think it's more than 1,000 people in this area that are like hip to what's going on.
But I mean, that's how you want it. Because like in New York, when all that shit was popping off with the scene and Studio 6 and all that stuff, only they knew. Because if anyone else more would have knew, it would have got locked up or broke down or shut off. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of noise, but the way information moves now, we've been able to protect our community of creatives. And it's like, when it pops off, but it'll no longer be the same. It'll no longer be the same. So we have to kind of cherish this time when you can know who.
What do you mean by we've been able to protect our community of creatives?
Like, the fact that people don't know about it allows them to not be able to influence it. Because, yeah, we want a lot of money. People want money. Artists want to be able to make their money, make their living and stuff like that. But if you have the wrong people knowing about the arts in certain kinds of ways, and not saying that you should gatekeep it in too much or any, but you could have people who are investing who's...
like exploiting it?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something to think about. All money ain't... I mean, money's great, but all money ain't good money sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah,
For
and
sure.
so it's just like, us using this time for us to awaken to the fact that we have to spend our own money and create investors and create investment and become more wise in how we're showing up financially and working with different people and bringing financially literate people into the community. And it strengthens it, because the bubble will pop and more people will know and stuff like that. But once more people know, more people knowing is mainstream. They won't know about the primordial rumblings of the community that creates the artists that pop off and make it to the large. Because when they make it to the large, that's when everyone does know about it. But I mean, speaking to that, I was always concerned about personally, how can we as a culture be the big thing that everyone sees in the world? Because it could be, yeah, an artist, or yeah, a band, or yeah, a song that pops off on the world stage. But what if it was, no, this entire creative community actually was able to cultivate something that was the thing? That's what I want to see.
Like we create a sound or like a trend or a movement. I mean, that's... Jay-Z said it best. He was like, if like one person, if there's you have to have at least 5 people popping in your area to be considered like a scene or like be considered like a citywide movement or like a state movement. If there's just one person that's popping, that's just that one person.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Now you got 5 things. It's like, okay, shit's moving now. It's like, there's a lot of things going on. I mean, I understand what you're saying. We do have to protect our scene and our creatives and from people that may not care about it or trying to exploit it or whatever. But I think that's going to come no matter what.
It's natural.
As we grow, that's going to naturally happen. So I'm really just more focused on the getting eyes on us so we can make money, so we can have a bigger impact. And I think people always want to get popping in other places like in New York and LA. Like, I need to get out of Virginia. But I'm looking at it like, yo, there's so many people. It's like the 10th time I said this on a podcast. And I like to say it because a lot of time it gets my brain moving and like thinking of new ideas. But there's like 1 million people, bro, that live in the 757. Mm-hmm. If not more. That's 1 million people that could be your fans and be a launch pad for you taking off to the rest of the nation. And it's like the biggest problem right now I think we have is we haven't figured out how to market to these people. Mm-hmm. I think once we figure that out, we'll be able to speed up the process of getting our scene noticed nationwide by a lot. I don't know what that's going to take. I've been thinking about this for like 2 years. It's hard to do, but I think that's our missing step right now. We need to really focus on how can we raise awareness of our local scene to the people that live here.
Yeah, we got to create something that they can use.
What do we create though?
Well, like you said, you thinking about it is like the first step. Me thinking about it is a step. I think that thinking about it process is so important, that these conversations are being had on recording, because now we're talking about it. When people listen to these clips, et cetera, they're going to be like, man, what can we create? Because it's like, because we have to. And we need that conversation to keep going because it's a collective conversation. Like, to some people, we're just nightlife. We're just what they go to see in the evening, And we're all just one thing.
I'm tired of everybody saying, yo, Virginia's whack, there's nothing going on. Bro, come outside. There's so much going on. Literally. You were just at Selden Market. They had I wanted to ask you about that, kind of start out the pod. I forgot.
It's all good.
Yeah, how was playing at Selden Market? How was every grand opening?
That was fun. It was fun. We played in a little alcove. The coolest part was people stayed the whole time. That's always nice.
Okay.
That's always nice. It was a good energy of people. Everyone participated. People from the shop owners came and spit. People sang. People came from different places, and it was really good. People sang in different languages, and that was there. She sang, so it was really good. But I mean, that's the kind of stuff. Music has a purpose. You know, yeah, we have music for entertainment, but music is like a part of the community's existence. Being able to be musical and everyone play instruments together and everyone be able to enjoy that music unites us and be inside of that. I think that's the most beautiful thing. And that has a sound, and we're able to cultivate that. The more we're able to come together musically and be welcomed into the experience, that's what I want for music to evolve to. You know, I feel like we should all be able to just be a part of the music, no matter who you are. So you're able to have that full experience and know that music is a part of your life. For the people that feel like it's missing, for the people that are seeking that kind of experience, to be able to be more into what's happening in the present, because we have the memories of the songs we grew up with, and we have the songs that we see that we're looking for that we like. But when you're living a life inside this music and you're living with these experiences, no wonder people make music and you participate in the experiences, the song being made, and participate in other people's enjoyment of the music, knowing that we're all welcome to participate in that. And we become more intelligent musically, and we're able to coexist in this community at large that has a deeper connection to music. And we're unique in the fact that we have this deep interconnected tapestry of sound that we all can tap into. And when we go out in the evenings, we're not just going out to some old club. We're going out to a place where everyone in the building is going to sing. Everyone in the building is going to be able to enjoy themselves and pick up an instrument or participate in some manner to support this community experience. That's worth the money. That's worth the investment. And then the people that, if money's their instrument, they're showing up with the money. The people who, if singing is their thing or instruments is their thing, they're doing that. If people that are doing whatever, everyone's able to show up and play their role, I think is the biggest thing. And it just has to be like a space where it's like, how can we create something where it is okay for everyone to participate? Because I think it's just about being able to have an experience nowadays that's worth our time. You know, there was a lot of stigma towards going outside not too long ago. And so now it's like we need to get back outside. We need to get back amongst each other and be able to cultivate community. I think it's like, what can we do?
Are you talking about COVID times, or
That's a good example.
Or like in Norfolk when they were trying to stigmatize all like the DJ events and stuff? Where they were they started shutting down a lot of venues because they were trying to say that the places with DJs were like bringing violence or something. Where I don't think violence has ever happened at any creative event I've been at. That's, to your point, the community. That's my favorite part about attending these local creative events, because it's just such a good vibe. I've never seen nobody even argue there, bro. Like, since I really started going out to like creative things, I rarely go to just like a random bar or like a club or some shit where it's just a random night or just random people, because it's not as enjoyable to me. Like, when I go to somewhere where I know I'll know a few people there, I know everybody's respectful, everybody, it feels like we're a community. And everybody's just, everybody's appreciative of that and grateful, and just, it feels a lot safer to me. So that's why I didn't really understand when they were coming at all these venues that were hosting our local DJs, just like 2 years ago now.
I know what you're talking about.
I was like, these people must have never been to these events.
Yeah, probably not.
The creative events out here is the only place I've ever seen where I go somewhere and it'll be packed and security's not patting people down because they don't even have to worry about it.
Maybe they should, but still.
Maybe they should. Fingers crossed. Everything's been good so far.
That's good.
So you would agree that the scene is the best place it's ever been right now, since you've been around?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I liked it when it was at people's houses. It used to be just as, full, but more intimate. Now,
this is before venues started letting y'all come in.
Huh.
Or even people try to go to venues.
That's interesting. I guess venues, I don't know. I guess having a band gave me more access to venues. So I don't know. I kind of used to play wherever I wanted to play, and anywhere we play, I would invite people. So it's kind of like the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been to like a house thing in a while. I guess
the best thing.
The last time was we did the Creative for Charity panel for CAM. It was at, is it called Art House? You been there?
Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, it was there. Before that, I mean, we used to go to house parties and shit in high school. I'll be honest. I don't know if it'll hit the same for me at a house. Kind of like the venue aspect.
Venues are cool, but I like the fact that, okay, so to answer your question, I like the fact that we are doing more and we're able to do more and there's more space and opportunity for us to do our thing. I also think that the platform of which you're talking about with that level of arrival, I don't think it's going to really come from anyone saying that we now made it or anything. I think it would have come from us creating an event or doing something on such a level that it is that thing. And I think that we're working hard toward that all the time, you know, on every level. I think that, and that's across cultures out here. I think we're working towards elevating the status of the cities in this region. And I think we're all, including the governments and stuff, are working towards trying to sophisticate how we are showing up on the map at large. And I think we're all doing our best to meet that halfway as creatives.
Yeah, and I also think a key point is our key creators, the key people, the key players in this area. I think we've finally gotten to a point where we stop looking at each other as competition. I think that was holding us back a little bit, where you're like trying to outdo somebody in the city, or that was kind of it was deterring collaboration. Once you get over the fact of like, yo, I'm not competing with this person, like we can actually work together. We can collaborate on something and make it even bigger. And also I was gonna say shout out to Selden Market, where we were talking about the grand opening, because they're actually sponsoring my event. And I know, like you're saying earlier, the local government and like the businesses are supporting the creative spaces today, which I don't think they were doing like that back in the day.
That we didn't know how.
So we're doing that event, All Four Sessions, which you should pull up there at the end of this month. And Carrie Ann kind of plugged me in with it, but we got a sponsor from the DNC. And they kind of sponsored us, and they wanted me to do a promo video for Selden Market, which I did. It was fire. But shit like that feels fire to me.
Yeah, that's that though. That's popping.
What?
That's on. That's lit.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. When
I'm excited for that. This is my first event too, so I'm excited for that.
What I mean, you're saying it. Like that's the answer. That's literally what we're saying. Like you've created this platform and it's elevated to the place where it can be a thing.
I was telling Karen, we were talking the other night after the previous episode, and I'm like, bro, I feel really proud right now because I think we've crossed that first hurdle of moving into the next era. I always say that just how there's different eras of music in the country, there's different eras of music in the 757.
Yeah.
So usually somebody will get really big in the city, and a lot of times, for whatever reason, they won't go past that point. We've had some people be breakout stars and keep going, but a lot of times people kind of get to a peak in the city, and they'll just get stagnant, and they'll most of the time they just quit. We have some people that stick through the eras, and now it's like we've been doing this thing for 6 years, and usually it's that 5-year mark. It's like every 5 years it's a new era in the 757, and now we're at year 6. So we've crossed that first hurdle of like, we had our era, now we're in the next era. And it's like we're figuring out how to continue creating and continue doing this thing for as long as possible. And I think the key for us for that has been just really just not paying attention to like what's going on and just keep making stuff.
Yeah, number one.
No matter how big you get, just keep making stuff. We can make an episode right now. This shit gets 100 million views. I'm gonna be right back next week doing another podcast. Like it kind of doesn't matter. You just always keep throwing yourself into the next thing. And I think a lot of our artists, I don't know. I try to learn from people's mistakes, and I try to like really look from a distance at like certain people out here to see how they figured out to do this thing. Like when I look at like Rod from Traptastic, or like a Gabe Niles, or like a Carrie Ann, she's like behind the scenes. Like how these people maneuvered this area and to like kind of stay relevant for 10, 15 years. You know what I mean? And then all these lessons we're learning in the local scene, all this same shit applies to when we blow up. Everything you learn being a local artist, like I look at our local scene as a training ground. This is where you'll learn, if you're smart, you'll be paying attention, and this is where you'll learn all the keys you need for the next level too. You'll just be kind of replicating it you'll just be scaling up. everything we're doing here is like probably gonna be the same shit we do once we quote unquote blow up, but it'll just be like at a bigger level. It's all the same principles. You know?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like it's all happening right now in the present. The epiphany of this is like being captured. So the only thing next is beyond this point we're recognizing. And just really being able to show up for it because it came from nothing. And people are going to take it further than we can even imagine.
I think so.
Yeah, man.
Another thing I wanted to ask you about was, so you created a video game?
Yeah. I think I'm at like 2 or 3, actually.
POC? That's what I was looking at?
Yeah, that's my giant, yeah.
What is that? I didn't get it. That's what I was watching as you pulled up, so I didn't get a chance to, like, I think you have like a 20-minute video up or some shit talking about it.
Yeah.
What is POC? I think I sent it to you, Karen, on Instagram.
So I made a game called POC, last year? And...
Did you use AI to make it?
A little bit, but it was before the agent was like...
I say, yeah, they have AI tools where you can make stuff like pretty easy now.
Man. It definitely was helpful in like the coding process and stuff like that, but...
Yeah, what is POC?
So when I was looking through, I was working on like just different creative things at the time. Man, and I had an idea to make a game that could like keep all of us connected or whatever. And then I started going through like, dang, I have to remember how to make games. So I remember like a couple of years ago, I learned how to code using Godot. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm on this computer. Let me do something on this computer or whatever. So I was like, let me try to get back into coding. So I got back and trying to learn and stuff like that. And at the time now, by the time last year when I went back into it, AI existed. So there was all this like supercharged like encouragement to push into it, getting assistance with the ideas and stuff like that. You was able to get your snippets and stuff to be able to build it out, which was really good. So I started working through my ideas. I was looking at old board game manuals and stuff like that, just getting ideas. And then I came across one, I forgot what it was called, man, Slay. I think it was called Slay or something like that. I'm so shitty. It was like last year, but the people that made Warhammer had a game before that, and I had looking at the manual, I found an old PDF of it, and I was just thinking about, I was like, yo, I want to make a game that can use strategy, but in short amount of time, like, you know, like chess kind of like, but you have a few pieces. I want it to be quick. I want it to be skirmish, something someone could pick up and play really quickly, stuff like that. I want it to be minimal. I don't want to waste my time doing a bunch of graphics and stuff like that because they'll never get done. I want to be able to try out this modern time where I can make a game and post it online and share it with somebody quickly. I want to hop in that. I want to expand my creativity in that direction. You know, I want to use my skills I've cultivated to try to create something. And so every day I add a little bit more to the game each day, and to the point, and I had made a bunch of prototypes before that, but all the prototypes I cultivated into this, because POC is, you know, POC, proof of concept. You know, I was just trying to make an RPG type thing. And so I just tried different stuff, and I had to make it minimal because I wanted to be playable on the phone. So I thought to myself, if I try to make something that's complicated and people would have to type to play it and use their computer, I might lose a lot of people. But I wanted something that people could get into. So I was like, all right, I'll make it so you can swipe and press and stuff like that. And so I made it for the phone. I hosted it on my website first. And then after that, I started learning how to get my GitHub rigged in. So I started working it through my GitHub, and I was able to create a page with GitHub, and I was able to host it through my page. And then so I just kind of continued to learn more and more and more. And I was learning through making the game, and just I would like brainstorm with the gang. We would talk about different ideas about what we wanted to see. Try to create. Every time I created a new game mechanic, I would create a character that went with the game mechanic. Anytime I wanted to create like some new idea, I would try to add that and patch it in, and every day I would try to add new stuff. And then it's like I kind of just continued working on it consistently, thinking about how I was like, man, if I make it good enough, we can go to a conference and we do a booth and setup, and then we can perform, and we'll have a game, but we also have music, and we got a band, and we can cosplay, and we can do all this, you know? And so I just continued to work on it consistently. But then gigs picked back up, and I wasn't able to put the intention I needed to it anymore.
So there's still a current version of it on your site, but it keeps getting updated?
Yeah, like I put the link to the game I think I made an Instagram page for it where I was making POC memes. That was one of the most fun part too, because we all were playing the game. The meme started to exist. There was a Reddit for it too. Okay. So like it really we were playing it. People were playing it. They were streaming it. It was a videos people playing the game, actually beating it and stuff like that. So that was it really picked up. I didn't expect it to be good, if that makes sense. I didn't expect people to like actually play it. I just thought I was just like
just having fun making it shit.
Yeah, but that one hit.
Well, maybe if you want to update it again, you can use some of these new AI features. Yeah, I've seen people recreate GTA or like recreate Call of Duty or something on AI like so easily.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about going back through it with the new AI agents and stuff like that and trying to polish some things up and stuff like that. Because I think I had reached like a point where I couldn't fix the battle engine for this one little bug that the playtesters had found that I was like really trying to fix. And I just couldn't get past it. And I just kind of left it alone because I had to do gigs, had to make money. So, yeah, but bro, like I told you, I did not expect people to actually like the game. I didn't expect it to actually take off and get the film made, and I didn't expect that shit. I didn't expect it to be decent.
Oh, so this is the game right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It has a pretty good soundtrack, too.
Is there original music on the soundtrack?
Oh, yeah.
All your music?
I think I did one song in collaboration with Skinny Hendrix from Richmond. You've heard of Skinny Hendrix?
I think I have.
Yeah, he made a beat. I used one of the beats up there, but yeah, most stuff.
Oh, he be with Randana and them?
I think so.
Yeah. I gotta check this out. Is that the coding of it right there in the bottom, or what's that text right there?
That's what's happening on the screen.
That's the code.
Well, like no, like it's like says like so and so's turn.
Oh, okay,
what you did, attacks, whatever.
Yeah.
And like the comedic has an Ankh. Ankh revives you. I think no Ankh. What does Ankh do? Ankh gives you health if one of your teammates dies, or you get a buff.
Okay.
All those different things are stats that you get from the different characters, and each different character has different stats. And so you could pick 3 characters to play the game, and they have unique different stats, and there's different items and different ways of raising your stats and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Is there anything else that you want to do? Do you like doing games, films, music? Is there anything else you want to experiment with? Like, what's on your mind for like your next thing?
So right now, a lot of my time is being spent directing some animated films, and I got another one coming up. I'm hoping on. I love directing. Like I went to school, wanted to be a director, learn how to bring things to completion. Music is great. Everything. I think I just want to do everything I'm doing more seriously. Like I know I've already been able to do it to a level of some kind of recognition, but I feel like I want to be able to have the resources and the time to take to really create something of high quality, something that does use all of my strengths and things like that, because days are getting shorter, time is fast. And so it's like, yeah, there's a lot of things I like to be able to get into, but new things are being invented every day. I want to be able to create things within our community. I want us to be able to come together and make something substantial. I want to be able to participate in the process of history, being made. So I just try to continue preparing myself to I can show up with my abilities, because I don't know what tomorrow brings, but I just, like I said, I want to be able to show up. That game was fun to make, man. The music was really fun to make. The album, the soundtrack is called what? Up, Up, Down, Down, Left, Right, Space. It's on my website.
Okay. That's fire.
I put that out last year. It was a really fun album to make.
It's a cheat code.
Yeah, it is. If you type that in, Up, Up, Down, Down, Left, Right, Space.
Type it in on YouTube or?
No, like in the game, like while you're playing. If you just type in Up, Up, Down, Down, Left, Right, Space, I think it should do something. Ah, yeah.
It's the game. Play some shit. Let's hear the soundtrack, bro.
Okay, go to emanations mode. You might have to like move left or right to.
Come on.
Yeah, I put a little what do you call music streamer inside the game.
That's fire.
That's the theme song, the title screen.
I love it. Zach, thank you very much. Do you want to give him something for the outro?
Yeah, I'll play a little music.
Give him a little something, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I love that, man. We are, you are part of history. As far as I'm concerned, I think we all are. Keep continuing to show up. If you're in the 757 right now listening to this, bro, our time coming, man. Our time is coming, bro. Keep working. Zac Hines, everybody. We'll put all his links in the description. Any gigs coming up? What's coming up for you?
Let's see. What is it, February?
Yeah, February.
I know that I'm certainly going to be performing on May 9th with Malika Harris, Jocelyn Best, and Dominique Carr for the show Icons. It's going to be a tribute show for Luther Vandross, Phyllis Hyman, and Shaka Khan.
Fire.
It's going to be at Down and Gross. And I think we're going to be doing an encore performance of that in June at Rivers Casino. I don't got the exact date yet for that one, but
okay. I'm going to have to come see you guys at Rivers.
Yeah, it's going to be
Come
fun.
on, shout out to Down and Gross. I've been to Down and Gross before. That's in Newport News, right? Downtown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we have a lot of other stuff. You can catch us at any nearby shows, but...
All this will be like when you guys have gigs on your Instagram. People can follow you on Instagram and see all that.
Live. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, bro.